Hey there, hey, and welcome to this Hump Day pod of Born to Be a Star. Today is another day and another opportunity for us to recognize our star power. Our star power. Yeah, it's not a singing podcast, so let me stop right now. Let me get to it.
Well, did your dad voice work on you? I'd say it did. Working here at Abbott as a young black man, you are in a unique position. You are also at a crossroads. Now, I am not saying that discipline does not have its place. Your students can either fear you or they can respect you. Can't have both.
Honestly. Today is another day and another opportunity for you to recognize your star power and recognize that you can be the host of your own show. You can be the voice of reason and you can be the light in the darkness. And you're going to be that. Let's get to the mantra with yes, you can. Yes, you can change the color of your hair. Yes, you can decide you want to move out of that apartment and finally buy a house. Yes, you can decide you want a Tesla and you tired of driving around a Nissan. Yes, you can decide that you never want to get in a Honda again. Yes, you can decide you want to learn another language, learn how to play a game, or find a new hobby.
I brought this on myself. I don't want to undercut my apology by over-explaining my behavior. Sure you don't. What is it, Janine? I have been missing my sister a lot lately. And I can't imagine having her down the street and not speaking to her over a potato substitution. And I get that food's important. It's not about the gnocchi, Janine. There are members of my family that still have a vendetta against her over that dish. But Krista Marie left my whole family high and dry when my nana got sick. She said, "Oh, I can't handle seeing her like this."
Honestly,
Disappeared. And I'm just left
you can do things that you don't think you can do. You do have the power to accomplish goals or get through bad situations and bad times, even when you don't think you have the ability to do it. You can learn a language, you can win a Uno game, and you can adopt a new dog if your dog happens to go to puppy heaven. You can decide you're going to try IDV if you're having problems with fertility, and you get to make those decisions. Yes, you can. Yes, we can. Next part of the conversation is never giving up. If you give up, how are you going to get to the good part of the story? If you give up, how are you going to see things through? If you give up, how do you know how the end goes? You're not going to know because you gave up and you left it. You left in the middle of the story. Leaving in the middle of the story leaves you with nothing.
Huh? What? What was that, Louie? Uh-huh. Yeah. Louie, you so crazy. Louie is so funny. But she said that she knows what state the evaporated water is in. Does anyone else? Okay, Micah, come on up.
Now you know he don't know.
Okay. Now is the water
Honestly,
a liquid or a gas?
you can't give up. You have to stay focused. And if children can get through having cancer, how can't you get through stepping over a puddle of mud? You can do it. Finally, why not today? Indecisiveness in
You didn't send anyone to my office today. Oh, I feel like I got the situation under control. Well, you don't need a misbehaving student to stop by my office. You could always just come say hi. You don't have to be high to do that. Whoop. Come on. I don't like this little duo at all. Oh, Ava, I forgot to drop off that discipline report to you. You are no longer speaking to work, Ava. You can drop it off at her desk or speak to her tomorrow. How dare you? Oh.
honestly, being indecisive and not being able to get to your goal isn't going to
What up, Pop? Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Colonel Father, sir. Oh, so this one,
get you to
Maria and I went to Disney.
where you want to be.
And if you look real close, you can see
Because telling your mom you can't talk to her today because you're going to call her tomorrow, your mom might not be alive. Telling your brother you're going to help him fix his backyard might not happen because his house might burn down. Telling your best friend you'll call her later. When's later? How are you going to get to that? How are you going to make these decisions and move to the best part of your life
On Kristen Marie's wedding day.
if you don't try?
Hey, look how nice we used to get along.
How? You have to understand that you can't put off today for tomorrow, and you have to get to it. Anyways, let's get off of the hype of the beginning of the conversation and let's get to some of these headlines. You know that you're a star wherever you are, so let's get to some headlines about the no media being allowed. No media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed. They lie to us anyway. What's up with Feinstein? Is she really acting like she's been there doing her job when she's got shingles or some other disease or something going on and she hasn't been available? Like, the Democratic Party clearly wants to get rid of her so they can bring in someone far lefter than she is. And they're having a real difficult time of doing that. And if they do try to get rid of her, it sends a message that they're lying, that their whole club is full of shit. So honestly, this is kind of entertaining to watch it. It's really fun. I'm having fun listening to a Feinstein who didn't even know that they were trying to get rid of her. And it's really entertaining listening to Feinstein, who clearly doesn't realize that she hasn't done the majority of the work she's supposed to do. Not just her, but John Fetterman is kind of a moron too. Is Sports Illustrated serious? Like, literally, are they going to now put men on the cover of things? And all these, like, clothing companies are advertising women's clothing with men on it. It's a turn off. It's not attractive, and it's not making me want to buy your product. It's making me know that I don't want the product. I don't want the thing you're offering, and I want to move on. That's basically what it's making me feel like, honestly. It's pathetic. Sports Illustrated put a superstar on. And I happen to like her. And I really think she made it look good. But I also feel like Sports Illustrated and a bunch of these other companies are also doing stupid things. So while I like what they just did, I think they have a lot of improvement to make. We'll just say that. Like, these corporate companies need to get their shit together. Advertising with trans people and trying to take your prominent buyer away from buying the product isn't going to be good for business. It isn't. Why I love Dan Bongino? Because he just tells you how it is. Honestly, I think he's better on just his Rumble thing. I don't even see why he needed Fox. While I liked his Fox show, he's doing good, man. He comes on at 11 o'clock on Rumble, and I love listening to him. I listen to him every day. I follow his email. I'm on his email list, and I get all his daily news and all his daily information, and I really like it. Maybe if I figure out how to do locals, I'll follow him on there too, and I really get subscribed. Honestly, I don't like listening to any type of media or news on the television anyway, and I haven't liked it because it's a bunch of propagandized bullshit. So I like supporting Dan Bongino, and I really did love his interview with Megyn Kelly. It was very interesting, and I definitely want to hear more. I knew Dan Bongino just didn't leave Fox News. I knew.
Billy, old enough to know better, young enough to sheesh. And I'm here at Abbott as an A, because I'm helpful as hell. That's why I've been at 4 schools in 4 months, because everyone wants a piece.
Hey, are those fine?
Honestly.
Hey, you want your own quarters. Date your own vending machine guy.
I'm using them for my science lesson on momentum. Oh, if it's heads, I get to keep it.
It's tails.
I don't know. I just feel like he's doing better without Fox, and Tucker's going to do better without Fox too. And Fox just, they can't find anybody to fill the 8 o'clock slot. And let's be honest, the only reason we were watching Fox after Tucker went off is because it was just on TV. Like, honestly, that's it. But I don't want to really sit in the living room and just watch news all day. And I'm not going to. So for me, I'm breaking away from it, and I don't feel bad about it. So farewell, Fox. Good luck with your next subscriber, because it's not me. Dan Bongino, I'll see you on Locals, and I'll see you on Rumble. And I really appreciate all you do. And I appreciate you being unapologetic. And I appreciate all the things that you stand for. And I'm happy that you get to be one of those that live in Florida and get to enjoy the good weather and don't have to be bombarded with a shitty Democratic state like I do. The new media isn't on TV. Like I just said, it's on Rumble. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on podcasts.
Easily distracted than my second graders, but I got a plan. I figured we'd organize her work and it helped, so I made her to-do list, just different from my to-do list, which includes Dwayne The Rock Johnson or John The Rock Bon Jovi. Yeah, so where are you on that checklist? Oh, Ashley, checklist.
Oh, you meant me? Right. Good. Great. I mean, I lost it.
Of course. Okay, so you're supposed to be working on words with H's after P's. Okay?
H's after B's? That's weird.
No, H's after P. P.
You said PB.
Right. So this is vintage 2019 song.
Honestly.
I'm gonna start this listing at $20. Okay, I see you at Moolah, baby. Can I get 25? Ava, it's urgent. Okay, sold the at Moolah, baby. You better count your blessings, man, because this is a steal. Okay, y'all, I gotta run. Remember, my live pop-up sales only happen Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Otherwise, I'm pretty busy. Peace. Administrative business. What's going on? Ashley's gotta go. Who? My new aide.
Honestly.
Oh, what exactly is the problem? She's giving me agita. Can't fire people for that.
The media is not on TV. It is on Rumble. It has gone electronic. It's not going back to what it was. News isn't on television anymore. Nobody watches the TV. And the reason I keep talking about this on the podcast during No Media Allowed is because media isn't on television. No one's watching the news. I'm sorry, Generation Z or X or whatever it's called, they don't watch TV. They stream everything. So they're seeing clips of everything. That's how they're figuring out what they want to listen to. Honestly.
3 nights is complicated. Will full of itself.
It's not just that.
Oh, Kaylin, Armani, welcome back. Took so long I thought you fell in the toilet, but now it's time to fall into the wonderful world of fractions.
I have to go to the bathroom too, Miss Teeks.
Okay, who else needs to go to the bathroom? Well, looks like I need to go too, so I guess it's time to take a little field trip. Dang, this line is longer than Sweetie's nails. Is this some kind of free before 10 special going on that I don't know about?
We've been on for 15 minutes. It's been like this all day.
Has it? That's wild. Because I've been so busy working, I didn't notice. Oh, thought it was just my class. What is going on? It's just new juice. It's busting up bladders. Oh, but that can't be it. I mean, it's only 2 more ounces.
I guess 2 more ounces adds up to 200 more trips to the bathroom.
Well, this is a good thing because more trips to
Honestly.
the bathroom means more liquid flushing through their tiny.
I think that Fox News and CNN and TV and Comcast and all these people thought that people were legitimately going to just sit there and watch TV all day. Who's sitting there and watching TV all day outside of people that are retired? I don't know. We've had conversations about cutting the cord with cable or limiting the amount of cable that you have. And
The bathroom's out of commission. I told you that there was no need to fix something that wasn't broken, but
honestly,
enough for Janine.
this is what they get.
To me, how we even supposed to
You thought you were going to predominantly be able to control a group of people and lie to them all the time at 7 and 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock and then 11 o'clock, and you were going to be able to control the narrative for your shit forever. But the media isn't on TV, and it hasn't been on TV. The numbers are in, and they're not good, and they're not going back to what good was. Nobody is sitting in front of a television with a remote looking at news. I told you that. Outside of like elderly people that do it, no young person does that. they're not coming back. The politicians aren't relevant, and that's why AOC goes on Instagram and does these pop-up videos and makes a big deal about things that aren't a big deal. Remember when Amazon took all those jobs they had to another state, and remember how she likes to pretend one matter matters over another when it doesn't.
Good news is now that I've Ashley helping out in my class, I can teach 2 lessons at once. Bad news is I now have Ashley in my class.
How y'all doing? Don't worry about me. I'm not even here.
I'm here to teach you about the human body, yada 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 yada, bones, blood, meat.
Okay. Okay. Hi, class. You guys would know this if you did your homework. Hello, right up here, guys. Right up here. Okay.
Girl, is that my shirt?
Oh, this? I got it off a popular Depop page.
At Ava Flag with 10 A's.
Oh my God, that's you? I love your clothes.
Thank you. I closed that account down for tax season, but I do live auctions now. Here, scan this QR code and hit follow, and make sure you turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything. The good stuff goes fast.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart. You know, way better than some piece of paper I'd lose.
Business cards are for gum, girl. This is the future.
Yes.
Okay. How many feet are in a yard?
Melissa, do you mind? We talking business back here.
Okay. Here's another one. If I were to break this yardstick in half out of anger, how long would each piece be?
The human body, yada 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 yada, bones, blood, meat.
What clothes do we
Honestly.
wear in the wintertime?
They think they're relevant and they're not. And I'm tired of acting like AOC is more important than she is. And I'm tired of acting like I just don't want to sit there in silence and stare confusingly like, what the fuck are you people talking about? John Fetterman cannot have a sentence, and he doesn't dress up for his job. Like, he's a politician. He is not a drug dealer. Why does he look like that? And I'm not saying that you have to dress up and look like you're going somewhere special all the time. But that's not how you look going to the capital of the United States of America. Can we just say that, please? These politicians are so disconnected from reality. They're on their own planet, and they think one thing versus another, and they don't really care about me, you, or anybody. It's time that we give them exactly what they deserve. Nothing.
Not more than me. I have mattresses.
You know what? From now on, you all need to use the bathroom on the second floor.
Well, Miss Howard, that's not fair.
You know what's not fair? My children having to pay for your juice mistakes. Now, please, get out.
Honestly.
That way.
Let's move on from this
Ashley is a star.
I'm trying to run a classroom, and she's actively working against that.
conversation.
I don't think over the kids saying body, waddy, whatever.
See, that's not even how the song goes. I thought you was one of them spicy whites. I ain't been wrong.
Ava, she is a menace. She painted eyeballs on her lid so she could nap during class. Ava, she's supposed to be prepping right now during lunch. I don't even know where she is.
No, she's perfect. Like a little mini-me. Hold on. Ashley, make a note in my Halloween costumes ideas folder for a mini-me and a sexy outfit.
I feel like I want to talk to you about watching things, but I just have like a million things to watch right now, and I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's Apple, there's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's Paramount Plus, there's AEW, there's so much on TV. I want to see.
I already did my prep. I do it while I'm teaching. I call it preaching.
All right, y'all.
Honestly.
Right here, all right?
Bathroom?
Yeah.
This is so inconvenient, I can barely find a silver lining.
You found one?
We're getting good exercise.
It don't count if I don't got my Fitbit on.
We cannot be expected to keep hauling our entire classes up the stairs every 5 seconds. We will help Barbara if she needed it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it is her free period right now.
And it's not like we'd be disrupting her class.
Right? And I bet if I asked her, she'd want us to use her bathroom.
Come on, kids. Come on. Let's be quiet.
Everyone should get low. Well, really, just Mr. Eddie, get low. Get low.
It's taking that kid so long. Who's even in there?
Everything okay?
Gregory, you tried. I've been told I knock like a ghost. Could you? No.
Honestly, I don't know what to talk about watching. There's so much on.
I distinctly remember telling both of you that my bathroom was off limits.
Yes, but then I remembered how if you needed help, I would give it to you.
And that's lovely.
She said, looks like something good. That is on
Period. Your kids are at the gym.
Paramount.
What period it is. I said no, and I do not need to explain my reasoning to you. When I say something, that is the end of the discussion. There is a period.
Riled Isles is good, but I don't know what that is.
That felt like an exclamation point.
Has anybody watched this thing called The Power? Like, part of me wants to watch that.
Be like we were never here.
But
I think it's broken.
Man, this is messier than Temple Homecoming 74. The kindergarten toilet somehow took out all the second floor toilets with it. Third floor bathroom is all we got now.
And I just got off the phone with the city. They said they can't do anything until next week.
Thank you, Janine. I was hoping I could take my entire class up and down the stairs all day long. And since one of my students can't use the stairs, I'll have to drop Gianni off with another teacher. Thank you.
honestly,
Grinding by clips was kind of
Citadel's good. The Power's good. Are they going to come out with a new season of Jack Ryan? I don't know. Maybe. The Devil's Hour. I still haven't watched that yet. I talked about that before, but I didn't look at it. But maybe. We'll see what happens.
I did write it all down in my notes app this time. I'll get right on it.
Um,
More on Anna Kendrick later.
there's some new Grease show that came out on Paramount Plus. Have you heard about something called Rabbit Hole? I talked about that before too, and I haven't watched that either. You know what I really want to look at? Star Trek, but like the new one, not the old one. But I wouldn't mind watching the old one too, but the new one. I'm so far behind on that. No, it's called Picard. I don't even remember the last episode I looked at. Is there a way for me like to decipher where I was so I don't have to watch all of it? Did anybody watch 1923? I feel like that would be good. There's also this show on Paramount Plus that looks pretty cool called The Women Kill. That looks interesting. I like mystery shows, but I also like action. So like I'm in between like mystery or action.
Stand up here on the third floor. Barbara, I owe you an apology just as soon as I catch my breath. Thank you.
I know you didn't mean to ruin my day, Janine.
But I did.
You did. I tried to tell you no, but you wouldn't listen. All day long, I had 5
Good fight.
Why this?
Ink Master. Has anybody seen Ink Master? That really looks like something I would love to look at. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, outside of Ink Master,
Sir, we'll never learn how to sell.
let's get to
We need you to show your work too. Look, when you were first starting out, didn't you have someone like walk you through everything and showed you the tricks of the trade?
I did not.
Okay.
the main part of the conversation.
I can't believe that they won't come out for a week just because we have one working bathroom left.
Janine, now is when you fix something. When it's broken. You see how that works?
Which is
Unless you're the city.
Tea Talk.
Watch my class.
Pets can be best friends too. Yes, they can be. Outside of that, let's move on to homemade vegetable soup.
So, what's this little number called?
Oh, the grinding beef. My older sister taught it to me. Kids love it.
Do we really want to make
Kind of like the papa song.
vegetable soup? I found a recipe that looks pretty good. Maybe I try it. We'll see how long it takes me to make it.
Want to try?
Yeah, you know what? I'm good for now.
Maybe.
How about this? How about we make time for you teachers?
But before we get into food, let's get to the main part of the conversation with dressing to impress. Now,
Can do, boss.
I know you might be wondering why dressing to impress is important. You really want to set yourself apart from others. You really don't want to look like everybody else. The importance of dressing to impress is separating the idea that you don't look like everybody else.
Did everyone get a chance to use the bathroom?
I pooped.
great, sweetheart.
Come on, y'all. Let's take a step back. Everybody step behind me. Just stand behind me. Come on.
Oh my God. Well, this bathroom is out of commission. We will have to inform the district that our situation is now officially an emergency.
Barbara, this is why I always want to meet up with you and talk things out because
Honestly,
you know how to handle every situation.
the way you look with first impressions is extremely important. You want to be somebody that looks like a pop star. Like I say, you are the host of your own show. So don't you want to be a good, radiant, amazing looking host? I mean, I know I want to look like, damn girl, you look so fly. Or I want to have that impression on everybody. I want to have the impression like, damn, I wish I had that outfit. That's what you want to leave people with. Like, whoa, I can't wait to meet this person. That's the ideal, right? That's the idea here. Dressing to impress means you're dressing to leave something behind. And that should be the plan.
I had to go over to the corner store. We were leaving the bathroom floor without a purchase, so I...
When women get out of line, they need to get back in line. Why do women think they're so powerful? They act like men don't have any, like, space, and they act like men don't exist anymore. Like, I'm a person that believes in the idea of happy wife, a happy life, but I'm also a person that understands that men need their own time, men need their own things, and men need their own friends. I don't want to just completely...
No cameras in the bathroom. But if you're wondering if I have a bidet, you bet I do.
Delicious.
Honestly, I do feel like we need to be cognizant of the fact that women overstep their boundaries a lot by trying to pretend like they're men. Like, and it's not attractive, it's not cute, it's not okay. Why do women have to pretend like they know answers to questions that they don't know answers to? Why are we acting like kids don't need dads and fathers? Why are we pretending like men shouldn't be husbands? Like a wife can't be a husband. I'm sorry. No. Like, okay, here's the only way a wife could be a husband. If two gay, lesbian people are getting married, one of them is going to have to be the husband. That would probably be the only way I could see that happening. But outside of that, if you're in a relationship with a man and a woman, right, two heterosexual people, the wife can't be the husband. And when you overstep your boundaries as a wife and you want to placate that role, then you take away a man's manhood. I want my husband to be a man. I want my husband to be a great father, a great uncle, a great brother, and an amazing son. I want all those things for my husband. I want him to have wonderful relationships, not just with me, but with other people too. And I recognize how smart and brilliant my husband is. I recognize that he is truly an amazing man that thinks with his heart and does with his hands. He's somebody that could probably take over the world if he wanted to, because that's how smart he is, right? My husband is, if not smarter than Albert Einstein, as smart as Albert Einstein. One of the greatest minds that will ever exist in anything. And he loves a bunch of things, and most of which is unique and cool, and much of which can't be explained. And I don't want to take away his manhood. I do think that women overstep their boundary. They like to have cliques. They like to think that they're so great. They like to assume that they know everything. They like to do all these things. And one thing that they stop recognizing is that they're women. And when they get out of line, they need to be put back in their place. That's it. And I'm a woman saying that. But I don't like the idea that women want to play like they're getting harmed, or pretend that they got sexually assaulted and pretend like something happened to them that didn't happen. Why are we lying? That doesn't help anybody, but especially not women. Where did the men go? They turned into drag queens, and then they turned into trans women. That's where they went. They decided that they like men more because it's easier than them actually being responsible and manly. The idea of a manly man that's a man is too simple and too complicated and isn't liked and disowned. And white liberal women and just women don't want a manly man. They want a man that just wants to advocate to them and say whatever they want them to. You don't want somebody that's not going to do what you don't like. The idea of that is like a betrayal to yourself, right? Right? The drug issue. Clearly, there's a drug issue around the entire United States of America with overdoses and fentanyl and stuff coming illegally across the border and people being addicted to cocaine and marijuana and a bunch of other drugs too. Heroin, injecting things into their arms. There's streets in LA, Chicago, New York where there's drug plants on the street, and the FBI talks about the war on drugs, but they created it. And how many times have I said that? No media allowed. Many, right? There's a big drug issue in the country of America, and the only way we're going to fix it is by admitting that it does exist and we have a problem. And if we don't do that, if we don't get police involved, if we don't get serious things involved in this, this is just going to be the news topic of every day. Another person dying from an overdose. They didn't necessarily need to die for an overdose. And when I hear parents cry or complain about their children dying from fentanyl, I'm questioning how the child got fentanyl. When I'm hearing of adults dying of an overdose of anything, I'm questioning, how did you know to stop taking a drug? How did you get to a point where you're overdosing on a drug? You're trying to get that high that you don't recognize your own life? Is that what this is? Because that's what this feels like it is. And that's where I have a question. Like, what's next here? Just saying. How to pick a scent. Like, when it comes to picking out perfume, like, Escada is my favorite, but I like Dior and I like a lot of other things as well. Michael Kors has a scent maybe I want to try. When it comes to picking out a scent, I usually just typically go with what I'm used to. Like, I don't know. Part of me wants to do like something light but sweet and transient, something that's going to last all day, something that really has the appeal. That's why I like Dior. Dior, it just has this scent to it that just smells exceptional. And I like Escada as well. I don't really like things that are blatantly strong. I like light scents that carry for a long amount of time. When it comes to cologne, my husband likes he likes Creed. That's his favorite. But he'll wear that that other cologne by, I think, Jay-Z or whatever it's called, Tom Ford. He'll rock Tom Ford. I think I brought him Tom Ford for Christmas. He seems like that too. Between Creed and Tom Ford, he wears that. I really stick to two. It's either Dior or it's the Ralph Lauren or it's the Scada for me. I prefer that. Like I said, I like light scents. Everybody likes their fave, and those are mine, and that's his. But I think if you're just looking for like a quick scent, like a Bath and Body Works or something like that, you really got to spend time to make sure you're finding a scent that you like. Like, granted, that's for like after you take a shower or something. That's not like a scent you want to wear all day. Like, there's a difference between that and like perfume or cologne. Moving on from the scent thing. Have malls lost their appeal? Side note, yes. Why are people in the mall? Granted, I like shopping, but I just feel like everything is overpriced and it's not appealing to me. Like, honestly, I just rather buy all my clothes on Amazon. I'm really at that point. I've been feeling that for a long time, since like 2017. I started buying a lot of my clothes on Amazon then, and outside of going to Savers or Goodwill or whatever, I don't really go to the mall like that. They don't really have anything that I'm intrigued by. Like, honestly, I could just buy all my clothes on a designer website. And there's all these new websites and fads and stuff. And I like the Lord and Taylor store that's in West Hartford. That's pretty decent. I mean, I like nice clothes. So I'm not really into the mall because that's cheap shit. I like designer clothes and I like nice things. And that's not in the mall. The mall is for a certain type of appeal, and it isn't mine. So I think I'm done with the mall, really. Granted, I do get my hair and nails done in the mall, but outside of that and the Van store, I'm good. Like, I like H&M, but some of the quality of the stuff is questionable. Outside of H&M, I think Forever 21 is not for me anymore, and I'm not going back in there because I don't have anything I want. Maybe in case I need leggings, I'll go in there once or twice to check. But actually, I'd rather buy my leggings from Lululemon. I like the quality of their products better. It lasts more and it's more efficient, especially for the gym or my Peloton. I'd rather do that, honestly, for being honest. That's it. Let's get to the fact that you are a star wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in to this crooked edition of Born to Be a Star. We kind of did weird things at weird times, and we're ending with the main part of the conversation as the end. Isn't that odd? I just felt like funking it up today. We talked about things to watch, things to eat, how to live your life, the fact that it's okay to have a different opinion, and dressing to impress. Because if you're not dressing to impress, are you dressing to depress? I mean, that's a question, right? I'm asking it. Anyways, that is the end of the pod, and I will see you tomorrow on Thursday.